are talking about the shorts, not my shorts. We've got a nice sunny day out. Show you the sunshine. Where is it? We'll find the sun. There it is. Look at that sun. Okay, so we've got number 14 on the shorts for the King card. And it just happens to be when I bought that album, I was 14. And we had to drive. We had to drive all the way to Milwaukee, Wisconsin to get it when it first got released. The Kings, Searching to Glide. This beat goes on. What an awesome, awesome band, huh? Okay, little punk rock there, I think. But anyways, yeah, we had to drive an hour away to go get it when it came out, and we were jamming. Lunatics Anonymous, that was before I joined Alcoholics Anonymous, and I was hanging out with Scott Mueller and his brother Rodney. Haven't seen them guys in decades. But anyway, it was really fun, and it's a really fun album. So maybe you can check out the whole album, but at least check out the shorts, at least check out the song. Let's see, what else do I want to tell you? Reinforcement. Okay, well, we'll go back to the shorts. This beat goes on, and number 14, I was 14 when I bought it. We'll go over the cards in just a minute. I'll go in the house and we'll go over that. Reinforcement. Last night, our reinforcement got fired and hired. Some got fired, some got hired, but we reinforced because we had a lot of minions thinking that they were something, and a lot of security rechecking, I guess you would call it, like who let the ball down and who dropped the ball and who didn't. So security was tested. Security was tested big time. Gary just texted me, so hi Gary, and he lives only a block away. And that was the confirmation that security, some got hired, some got fired, because that's just the way it goes. When the minions strike, it's kind of like the supercells that are going on in the world, where there's going to be a lot of shootings. There are a lot of shootings, and the supercells are waking up. Well, if security doesn't take them out right away, they can cause a lot of damage. And that's basically what happened in Astro last night. We had this supercells awakening, and we had to do reinforcement with security. I'm going to leave it like that because I don't want to give them any credit for anything that they might have done. It's kind of like when the supercells wake up and they do a shooting at an event. I think there was a concert in Cincinnati and something in Austin, Texas. You know, if even one person has an injury, to me, that's a failure. But it sure is a lot better than having several fatalities, of course. But I don't even like to see one little problem. And last night, I saw a few problems. So we had to do a reinforcement. Now, I normally don't wear sunglasses, only for fashion, because I love the sun in my eyes. So if you're wondering why I have sunglasses on, it's just a fashion statement. I wear them here and there. I wear them in the truck. It's just fun to wear them. But no, I get lots of sunshine. That's how I heal. I look right into the sun. I'm a sun gazer. Okay, so this is just so nice out here. It's going to be in the 70s today. And we did a lot in Astro. Like I said, it's like that hiring, firing time. We are all a bunch of lunatics, and some are good and some are bad. Some do not have their balance, their duality. Some are acting out of pure evil, revenge. Some are acting out of goodness. There's the birdie. You want to see the birdie? We'll show you the birdie. There he is up on the pole. Hi, birdie. And he's saying hi back. Now that was confirmation, and he just flew off. So that was cool, huh? And look at this. This is my birdie here. Took off the top. He's got a baby birdie and a skull, because just what we were talking about. That's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. The bird came to confirm what I was just saying about. Now, some of the cells, supercell people, okay, they don't have souls. They're just clones. They're just NPCs, and then they get ignited through nanobots, through technology. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about in this part of the video, then please look it up, because I tell you that I love you guys learning. For those of you that do know about the supercells and about the activation of the cell people, I don't even know why we call them people, right? They're not even really people, but they look like people, but they're not. So there's so much going on that isn't what it seems, that I could never explain it all. But again, if you know, you know. Okay, so with the shorts, we started with Ascension, and that's where we left off yesterday, me talking about the rapture. I said I don't really like to use that terminology, but it's one of the words they use, is the rapture. Some of us are going to be going up and up, 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 and staying up. Some of us are just going to be ascending our vibration up and stay here and do our projects. Some of us are going to be put into an AI Earth, okay? So again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, or you don't believe what I'm talking about, we had a comment yesterday from somebody saying they didn't really believe what I was saying. Well, that's okay. You don't have to. I believe in what I say, and I'm what matters, okay? If you don't believe my type of talk, scroll on, my love. But again, you know, I've told you this several times. Each person isn't necessarily lying, but it's their belief system. It's also not everybody's on my ship. Not everybody's doing my assignment. So, of course, what I'm saying might not fit you, okay? This is mostly for the people that are with me every night. They can feel my energy right now. They can feel my frequency. They tune in every day because they're with me every night. So, I don't mind if there's only 500 people instead of 1,000 people, right? Because the 500 people that are with me on my ship, which I don't know the amount of people that are on our ships, because we have multiple ships, and then each one has a smaller one, and then we can go down to even just a little craft. So there's many, many people, many, many souls everywhere. So all I'm saying is that I would rather just talk to, what's that called? Preach to the choir. I've been preaching to the choir all my life. I'd rather keep preaching to the choir, because trying to convince other people, it's just not in my, it's not in me. It never was. Even when we got sober, it's like, you don't want to be sober, then I don't want to teach you. If you want to be sober, I can share my experience, strength, and hope. And so that's what I'm doing here. I'm astro channeling, and I'm going to go in and pull the cards here, but we had Ascension. And Ascension, when we left off, is the first card that came out on the shorts. And I'm going to go over some of the biblical cards. We had the High Priestess. And what I got off the High Priestess was secrets are being revealed, so use your intuition. Just like I told you to look up a few things. The shorts, the lyrics, the band, supercells being activated, nanotechnology, the rapture, the solar flash, stuff like that. Christine Watkins wrote The Warning, and before she wrote the book, before she did anything, I was in touch with her and got her information. I think it was way back in 2011 about what's transforming right now. So Christine Watkins, The Warning. You might want to check that out. I know Susan bought the book. I don't know if she read it. It is more of a Catholic-based, her philosophy is, she's Catholic, but again, you have to just take what you can and understand what your message is. See, each person is getting a transmission, and it's not going to be the same for everybody. So that was what I wanted to tell you. And then we had the Ace of Grains, I believe it was, and the King of Swords. So your abundance is coming in. Things are changing, definitely are changing. But you got to live in the truth. And when I say live in the truth, when everything's a lie, I mean your truth. Just like I sit here and tell you my truth, and I try to help you on how you can live in your physical avatar today easier. And then I see you all night in Astro, and we do classes together and music together, and it's just so much fun. And we take care of the minions here and there. Well, you got to live in your truth. Least I believe is what I said back to the person. You know, I believe. That's all that matters. I believe. So reinforcement. Sorry for the guys that got fired, but you can't drop the ball, because a few of us almost had serious consequences because of your failure. So if you're still watching and you know you got fired, you probably should just either move on or really try to advance and get your job back, because we're not playing. And I said that yesterday. I said we weren't playing. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go in the house. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to let you look at the sun. Boy, is that big. It looks so weird, doesn't it? Everything in the sky looks so different because things are really changing. And then yesterday, I got a picture, not yesterday, but the day before, of a rainbow balloon that you right up here was a rainbow balloon. What are they called? Air balloons? And I'll put that on the thumbnail eventually. Now I'm just showing you, that's the mountains that was on the one thumbnail. And the pyramid is over here. There's the pyramid over here. What's on the thumbnail today? Oh yeah, the thumbnail today is Freedom's Not Free. There's Holy. Holy wants to say hi to Flem. It's Steve's parrot's birthday today, 3303. And there's Holy. Holy was born July 4th of 2001. And here's our mineral oil. Okay, now I don't celebrate birthdays, but I celebrate Flem's birthday because me and Flem are very close in Astro. Okay, and this is where I got that from. Freedom is not free. And this is my outside cat bed and my outside cat food. Okay, so we're just gonna take a little cruise here. All right, and we'll go over some of the cards. You never know what you're going to get from each day here. I've been moving the furniture around all morning and cleaning, changing the lights around like a tornado. Okay, we've got the ascension, the awakening, the awareness to God, and the knowing. That's that rapture I was talking about. The change card, a change is coming in with the high priestess. And they want you to look up Aaron, the brother of Moses. So there's some more homework for you. To look up entering the promised land. This goes right with the change I'm talking about, using your intuition. It's about the ascension. Okay, these all connect. Entering the promised land. And this is all truth. This is the King of Swords. And you can look up the judgment of Solomon, 1 Kings 3:27. Then the king gave his ruling. Give the living baby to the first woman. Do not kill him. She is his mother. Because he knew. And that's the number 14 I was talking about that goes into a 5. There's the 1 card and a 5 card. This stuff all connects so perfectly. It's just so perfectly. Okay, now what we're doing is we're leaving the past, the 8 of Cups, and we're going towards our eternal love. We have some challenges that we have to go through because we're in a power struggle with our shadow self. Okay, some of the challenges are bringing out your shadow self, and you're having a power struggle. So we need to transform and put death to the past and let divine justice play out. Reinforcement 1717 on the clock. Divine justice, universal law, that's what we did last night. And then why? Because we've got the Queen of Truth, the Queen of Pentacles, and there's the King sitting behind them all. And you've got the Lion. And you've got Mary. He's got his green crystal ball. There's the white Holy Ghost dove. Everything matters here. The rosary book in the back, the Queen of Pentacles, everything matters. This is all truth. There's confirmation. What an awesome reading. And then we end here, okay, with the 2 of Swords. You're going to have to make a choice. So take off your blindfold. You're at a crossroads. Remember I said the intuition, the change, we're ascending. Some have been hired, some have been fired. The King of Swords, Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, you're going to have a choice to make. And you're going to have to take action. And we've got the 6 of Swords in reverse. So it's telling you that somebody is not transitioning, they're not moving on, they're not helping, they're not getting help, and they're not being supported. Okay? So you want to have this upright. You don't want this in the reverse. That goes back to where I said the Death card. Somebody's having a power struggle with their shadow self. So that's why the 6 of Swords was in reverse, because somebody's having a power struggle with their shadow self. Also could be someone's not walking away from the past. Somebody's not moving on towards their eternal love. Somebody's stuck. So then divine justice, universal law will come in. Just like the people that got fired last night, we had to reinforce our security team. I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but we had to reinforce our security team. The Queen speaks. Okay, now we'll pull another card. We've got in reverse. You're not grieving. You're not disappointed. And you're not bitter. You're over your broken heart. You don't have self-pity. So that's good. And if you are any of these, then that's where you have to look. Are you one of them? 5s are change. 5 of Cup energy. Are you one of them? Okay, it was in reverse, so I'm getting that you're not. Then we've got the Seven of Pentacles. They need you to keep going, but just pause for a minute. Are you one of them? Are you grieving? Are you disillusioned? Are you disappointed? Do you feel you've been betrayed? Do you have bitterness and self-pity? Is your heart broken? Because that goes back to the Eight of Cups. You're not walking away from your past towards your eternal love. Your challenges are your power, your shadow self. You are your own worst enemy. So we're going to go back to the Nine of Cups as the final outcome. You want your wishes to come true? You want your Nine of Cups? All right, well, then pause, be in gratitude, reflect on your journey, wait to reap your harvest, and keep going. Okay, we're going to close with the Seven of Pentacles, and we're going to go back to the Promised Land, the High Priestess, your ascension. All right, I am Miss Mystic. We're going to thank a veteran. Freedom is not free. And there's Mary and Jesus. I love you guys. I am Miss Mystic. Thank you for listening.